Hello students, today we are going to discuss a very important topic. The topic is nature and forms of inequity. What are the different natures and what are the different sources of inequity we will discuss in this video. So before starting the video, it is a humble request from my side to each and everybody to be very attentive. Now without wasting time, let's start the video. The points of discussion today are, as you can see on the slide, what are the things just have a look. Inequity with reference to gender, socio-economic and socio-cultural status, minority, linguistic and religion, locality, rural, urban, tribal, public, private schools and children with special needs. At the very outset, we have the concept of what? Gender inequality. Gender inequality means the discrimination between boys and girls. Okay, it is very common in our society when the parents they prefer the boys, okay, rather than the girls in their family. That means they prefer to make the boys read more, okay, for further studies, but girls are not given much importance in Indian society. So this type of inequality is very much common in a society. That should not be exactly. And what is the next one? Socio-economic and socio-cultural status. On the basis of the socio-economic status of the individuals or the socio-cultural status of the individuals, sometimes what happens, the discrimination seems to persist. Okay, it is also very common in our society. That should not be exactly. And what is the next one? Minority, linguistic and religion. That means the people who are minor in terms of speaking a particular language, okay, they are deprived of getting the equal opportunities sometimes. And also the people who are minor in terms of what religion, they also seem to be deprived of different opportunities. So that should not be exactly. And what is the next one? Locality means in terms of areas. Okay, the people from urban area, they are very much prone to get opportunities more than the people who live in rural areas and tribal dominated areas, where the tribals they get much opportunities but the other people in that particular area they are deprived. Okay, this type of inequality is also very much seen, okay, in terms of locality. Apart from this, we have one more thing, that is public private schools. Okay, the private schools, the students they get much opportunity, but in public schools sometimes what happens, the students they do not get much opportunity because of the poor infrastructure. Okay, this is also a sort of thing that should be discussed. And also the last point, just have a look, what is the last one? Children with special needs. Sometimes what happen in schools, in classroom, there might be some students who might be physically retarded. Okay, those students are regarded as what? Children with special needs. So when the teacher in a particular classroom, he or she adopts a particular method to teach the students who are physically and mentally fit, then what happen, the children with special needs they are deprived. As a result, inequity persists there. So this is also a particular thing that should be taken care of. I think you understood. Now we can proceed to the next slide. In this slide, we are going to throw some lights on inclusive education for addressing inequality. Now, the question is, what do we understand by inclusive education? Just have a look. The first point is, it means all children in the same classrooms in the same schools. So the concept of inclusive education is that when you consider each and every individual or children as your student, okay, irrespective of their caste, creed, gender, sexuality, and disabilities mainly. So then this is the concept of what? Inclusive education. You accept all the children as your students in your classroom. Okay, this is the concept of what? Inclusive education. Education that includes everyone, irrespective of caste, creed, religion, gender, sexuality, ethnic background, social background. Okay, everyone is accepted in the system of inclusive education. It seeks to create a culture of acceptance and understanding by bringing together all students, regardless of ability, in one learning environment. That means, regardless of ability, irrespective of their ability and disabilities, okay, all students are accepted in one particular environment, one particular learning environment. This is the concept of what? Inclusive education. I hope you understood. Now we can proceed to the next slide. Now we will discuss some causes of inequality in education. What is the very first cause? Just have a look. It is gender inequality. That means there is discrimination. Still, discrimination is on between the boys and the girls, the males and the females. Getting the point? The boys, they get much opportunities in comparison to the girls. Okay, in our society, sometimes the girls, what happen? The parents, they do not prefer to send the girl child to schools, but they prefer to send the boys, okay, to schools for further studies. So this type of gender inequality is also a reason behind inequality in education. What is the second one? Parental income. On the basis of the parental income, okay, whether the parents are poor or rich, okay, it also causes the inequality in education. Next one is caste discrimination. So this is very common in our society, Indian society. So on the basis of the caste, okay, upper caste, lower caste, the discrimination is on. This is also one of the most important causes of inequality in education. What is the next one? Social and cultural barriers. There are some social and cultural barriers which also leads to inequality in education. And the last one is linguistic discrimination. Okay, the people who speak a particular language, if the number of people speaking a particular language is less than a group of people who speak a language and it is the majority one, and what happened, there is a discrimination, and because of that particular discrimination it might cause inequality in education. So these are some causes of inequality in education. I hope you understood. Now you can proceed to the next slide. Now we are going to discuss some provisions for addressing inequality in education. The first provision is itself inclusive education, which we have already discussed. I think we should not discuss, we should not repeat it. Next one is a constitutional provision, which is Article 21A, and it says to provide free and compulsory education of all children in the age group of 6 to 14 years. Okay, and what is the next one? Article 29A, and it says no citizen shall be denied admission into any educational institution maintained by the state or receiving aid out of state funds on grounds only of religion, race, caste, language, or any of them. That means, irrespective of religion, race, caste, language, or any of them, all are or all should be equally treated according to the Article 29A. Okay, so these are some provisions for addressing inequality in education. I hope you understood. Thank you.